It's finished. Kilmarnock won, Partick Thistle won at Rugby Park, but more importantly, it has ended 5-4 in penalties, but not to Derek McKenzie's KILLIE side. Partick Thistle with the upset, and it's another cinch Premiership side scalp in this year's Scottish League Cup. Quite a lot of Premier League teams have lost this year, so I don't know what it is. Maybe it's early in the season, you know, the big teams aren't really up to scratch yet, or maybe the teams from the lower divisions are beginning to close the gap, but there has been a lot of upsets this season in the Scottish Premiership, Scottish League Cup, Premier Sports Cup, and this is another one. Albeit not as bad as some of the results we've seen over the past 2 match days, but still, I think most people, myself included, would have expected Kilmarnock to have won the day, but it wasn't to be. And I've always wondered, is Rugby Park called Rugby Park because the style of football is fucking shite? Because watching this tonight, I think that might be why it's called Rugby Park. It's definitely not Football Park. Kilmarnock were not great. I mean, they did take the lead through Donnelly in the first half, 12 minutes in, but they conceded at the wrong time. Moorhead with a goal for Partick Thistle. Not going to lie, this was very fluky. Ball gets crossed into the box. Moorhead's going for it. The KILLIE keeper's going for it. Both kind of come out at the same time. The KILLIE keeper actually beats Moorhead to the ball, but he like parries it. He just kind of jumped. It was weird. He just kind of like threw himself at the ball. Didn't really make an attempt to grab it. He just like tossed his body in the way. His body hits the ball, then the ball hits off Moorhead, and it just breaks for him, and he's got a simple tap-in to make it Partick Thistle 1, Kilmarnock 1, just for half-time, and this turned the tide of the game. In the second half, Partick Thistle were the better team. They created more chances. They probably should have won based on performance, based on who deserved to win in the second half. But it was KILLIE, in my opinion, that were absolutely screwed, because about 3 minutes of time, a KILLIE guy, he's about 25 yards out. He takes a shot and it hits the Partick Thistle player on the hand in the box. Now, the ball hits his hand and then the ball breaks to the KILLIE striker. I believe it was Ollie Shaw, who was level when the shot was initially struck. He puts it in the back of the net. He thinks he scored a good goal, and in my opinion it was a good goal, but the linesman's flag goes up for offside. Now, I don't understand why it was offside, because when the initial shot was hit, Ollie Shaw was onside. Now, by the time the Partick Thistle defender handballed it, Ollie Shaw was in an offside position, but surely a touch from the opposition team, especially a handball, that cannot determine whether someone is offside or not. I mean, that is ludicrous. So, Ollie Shaw, he was onside when the initial shot was taken. Then the shot hits the Partick Thistle player's hand. At this stage, Ollie Shaw is in an offside position. The ball then breaks to Ollie Shaw and he scores. To me, this is either one or two things. I think the referee has to either give a KILLIE goal, because it was a perfectly good goal in my opinion, or you give the penalty. I don't see how you done what he done here. He just ruled it off and gave nothing. He just gave a free kick to Partick Thistle for offside. To me, that was absolutely insane. We then went to penalties. I think it was Murray that missed the penalty for Kilmarnock. Gave me flashbacks of David Beckham, but you can't really blame the pitch. You know, this is plastic shit at the end of the day, so you can't really say, oh, the grass came up and swallowed me or something like that. No, he just fell on his ass. He looked a bit stupid, and unfortunately for him, he was the only player to miss a penalty. And I've always kind of wondered how players feel when they are the only one to miss a penalty. They must feel like dog shite, man, you know. Everyone else has scored and you miss, and then you have to go in to the dressing room and just sit there, and it must be awkward as fuck. I mean, we look back at the England-Italy penalty shootout. I don't think England players would feel as bad because, like, several of them missed. Could you imagine how worse it would have been if just one player misses and you have to go in and sit with all your teammates and you're the one that is essentially cost your team the win? And that was a Euro final. I mean, I don't think Murray will be too bothered here. Yeah, he'll be upset, but it's a Premier League Cup, you know, tie. I mean, it's not the end of the world. There's still a decent chance Kilmarnock will go through. So, while Kilmarnock will be upset about losing, and I'm sure it hurts for Murray to miss the penalty, it's not like he should kill himself, you know what I mean? There's better days ahead. But yeah, it ended KILLIE 1, Partick Thistle 1, with Partick Thistle taking the extra point on penalties, so they will get 2 points. Kilmarnock will get 1. So it's like a win-draw, win-loss kind of thing. And the other results around the Scottish Premiership, I keep calling it Scottish Premiership, Scottish Premier League Cup or Premier Sports Cup, whatever the fuck it is. Why can't they just go back and call it League Cup? I mean, it's coming up. I'm calling it League Cup from now on. Screw it. Aberdeen beat Dumbarton by 2-0. Raith Rovers beat Peterhead 6-0. That's a big, big scoreline, considering Aberdeen only beat Peterhead by 2-0. Clyde lost at home 2-1 to Bonnyrigg, and it was a comfortable win for Arbroath, who beat Cowdenbeath by 3-0. So we're going to have a quick look at the groups here. You've got Aberdeen leading Group A. Kilmarnock are currently top of Group B, but they are joint on points with Partick Thistle. They do slightly have better goal difference, so at the moment they are ahead. Got Dunfermline, top of Group C, doing pretty well at the moment, 6 points, plus 7 goal difference, so no bad for them. Falkirk are top of Group D. Hibs are in real danger of not being able to get out of that group. Arbroath, top of Group E. We've got Annan Athletic, top of Group F. Inverness, top of Group G. And Queen's Park, top of Group H. So still quite a lot of football to go. Most teams still have 2 games to go. Some teams still have got 3 games to go. So, I mean, yeah, nobody really out of it yet, and nobody is really guaranteed. But tonight, it was a loss for KILLIE on penalties. Bummer for them. I'll be back, guys, for match day 3. Until next time, though, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all later. Peace.